Nothing of value is ever free. Success is a valuable asset, so it comes down with a cost. I've been exploring some vital demands of success. In part 1, we look at divine direction. Knowing where you are going. Is the job halfway done? Number 2, divine wisdom factor. Knowing how to get there is as crucial as knowing where you are going. And number 3, the discipline factor. Setting order over your life for efficient management of your time, your energy and resources, and driving at your God-ordained purpose. And then today we're looking at the diligence factor. Diligence simply means giving your best towards realizing your set goals. Investing the best of your time, your energy and resources in driving at your set goals. We've been trying to walk through these lines from Ecclesiastes 10 and from verse 5 to 18. Now we're dealing on verse 18 today. Verse 18 says, by much slothfulness the building decays, and through idleness of the hands the house drops through. Remember, we are God's building. 1 Corinthians 3:9. We are God's building. So through slothfulness, a building decays. And by idleness of hands, a house drops down. You don't go up idle, you go down. No one goes up without engaging productively in his pursuit. We must not watch our life decay before our very eyes. Remember, we serve a covenant-keeping God, not a Father Christmas God. Psalm 89 verse 34, my covenant will I not break, nor alter the thing that is gone forth out of my lips. In that parable, Jesus stated that some folks were standing idle in the marketplace. Matthew 20, verse 1 to 9. Why stand here idle all day long? All day long? He said, we have no one to hire us. Go to the vineyard and work. Whatever you are doing, you'll be paid. You don't stand idle in the marketplace. Life is a marketplace. You must find something productive you're engaging with. He never dashed them money. That parable said, go and work. Whatever you are due, you'll be paid. Go and work. Go and work. Work or walking is not a curse. It existed before the law. Genesis 2 and verse 15, we are told the Lord planted a garden and there he put man. And the Lord God planted a garden eastward in Eden, and there he put man in whom he has made, and said to him, dress and keep it, and eat of every tree. There is what to dress, what to keep before what to eat. There is what we must dress, what we must keep before we find what to eat. In Proverbs 24, he said, listen, prepare thy work in the field and make it fit for thyself, and afterwards build thy house. building a house without working is robbery. Prepare thy work in the field, make it fit for thyself, and afterwards build thy house. All our covenant fathers with great success stories were all productive workers. Abraham was a hard worker. He was rich in cattle, then in silver and in gold. Active cattle business at 75. Active cattle business. Isaac was a tireless worker. We saw how God advanced him supernaturally. They banished him out of that land, got to the new place, opposition, resistance, verse 17 to 22. He would dig a well, they will fill it. He would dig, they will fill it. Tireless. He got to a point, they were tired. He tired them out through his tireless engagement. And at that time, it was more than a nation. The nation that banished him came bowing to him. Please, don't overrun us. Isaac was a tireless worker. Jacob was a creative worker. Laban cheated on him severally, and now there was a deal. Every cattle that is rested will be mine, and they were not there. The ones that are plain will be yours. He knew what to do to produce the color that he desires. And he spoiled the business of Laban, as it were. Hard work is not a cause. It's the platform for accessing heaven's blessings. And whatever he doeth, he shall prosper. Whatever he doeth, he shall prosper. Not playing games in town, not carrying drugs about. Whatever he doeth, every legitimate thing he does, he shall prosper. Among others, hard work is gateway to supernatural blessings. We saw that in Abraham. Abraham was old and stricken in age, and the Lord had blessed him in all things. Genesis 24 verse 1. Gateway to a world of supernatural blessings. And we saw again in Galatians chapter 3, 13 and 14. Christ has redeemed us from the curse of the law by being made a curse for us, and curse everyone that hangeth upon the tree, that the blessings of Abraham might come unto us who are Gentiles. His blessing is still speaking today. Abraham, a hard worker. In Proverbs 14:23, he said, in all labor, what is it? There is profit. But the talk of the lips tends only to penury. In all labor, there is profit. I have this humorous story. In those days, when we were coming into ministry, you ask a minister of the gospel, where do you work? I'm not working. And I ask myself, can you be working and not know? Can you be working and not know? Can a man be working and not know? Because they were not working, there is no profit. There was no profit on their lives because they were not working. In all labor, there is profit. But the talk of the lips tends only to penury. In all labor, there is profit. When the Lord called me to go into full-time ministry, I asked him, who pays me, Lord? And he showed me in Luke chapter 10. After this, he appointed 70 others also. and sent them to go and preach. And he told them, go not from house to house, greet no man on the way. And in verse 7, the laborer is worthy of his hire. The Lord said to me, you are in my employment. I am responsible. Just stay on duty. 3 statements. I have never reminded God of my pay and my wherewithal. I've never knocked on anybody's door in 45 years. Can you help? Stay on duty. Stay on duty. Stay on duty. Number 2, hard work enthrones, as in the case of Joseph, was an hilarious worker as a slave in the house of Potiphar, until Potiphar handed over the entire estate to him. Potiphar never knew anything about himself apart from the food that he ate. Everything was in charge. Joseph was in charge of everything. Hard work enthroned him in Potiphar's house. Hard work enthroned him in the prison. Genesis 39, 20 and 21. Whatever was done in the prison, Joseph was the doer of it. What? And that saw him to the throne of Egypt. You are changing level. You are changing level. In Proverbs 12 and verse 24, the word says, the hand of the diligent shall bear rule, but the slothful shall be under tribute. Only the diligent are entitled to rule. Others will be subjects to them. Number 3, hard work keeps one physically and mentally fit, like Moses. He was 120 years old. His natural force was not abated. His eyes were not dim. He was such a hard worker that Jethro said to him, don't wear yourself out. You see that from morning till night. That was a man 80 years plus. Hard work kept him physically and mentally fit. Here is my take here. Living without working is dying without knowing. Young people, living without working is dying without knowing.